What if I told you this might be the last adventure bike you'll ever need to buy? Yeah, I know, bold claim, but stick with me because the 2026 BMW R 1250 GS isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. And by the end of this video, you might actually question every other bike in this category. Now imagine this, you're cruising down a smooth highway, wind hitting your helmet just right, and then suddenly the road disappears. Dirt, rocks, uneven terrain. Most bikes panic here, but this one, it almost feels like it was waiting for this moment. Welcome to the new BMW R 1250 GS 2026, and trust me, there's one feature in this bike that completely changes how adventure riding feels, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's start with the heart of the machine. BMW continues with its iconic 1254cc boxer engine, but don't let that same engine idea fool you. This thing still produces around 136 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque, and it delivers it in a way that feels effortless. You twist the throttle, and instead of screaming like a sport bike, it just pushes forward with this smooth, confident surge. It's like the bike is saying, "Relax, I've got this." And honestly, that's the personality of the GS. But here's something interesting. Why do so many riders say this bike feels smaller than it actually is? I mean, it's a big adventure bike. On paper, it should feel intimidating, but once you sit on it, it somehow shrinks beneath you. That's because of BMW's genius weight distribution and low center of gravity thanks to that boxer engine layout. So even if you're not a pro rider, this bike makes you feel like one. Now let's talk about something that can make or break long rides, comfort. Because let's be real, what's the point of an adventure bike if your back starts crying after 30 minutes? The 2026 GS improves ergonomics even further. The seat is more refined, the riding position is upright and natural, and wind protection? Absolutely top tier. You could ride this thing for hours and still want to keep going. And yes, your spine will thank you. But comfort alone doesn't make a great adventure bike. What happens when things get rough? Here's where things get really interesting. BMW's telelever front suspension and paralever rear setup continue to dominate, but in 2026, the electronic suspension system feels even smarter. It adapts in real time. Hit a bump, it absorbs it. Take a corner aggressively, it stiffens up. It's like the bike is constantly thinking ahead for you. And now you're probably wondering, okay, but what about off-road? Because let's be honest, most people buy adventure bikes and never leave the pavement. But if you do decide to go off-road, this is where the GS earns its reputation. Multiple riding modes, traction control, ABS tuning, everything is optimized for different terrains. Gravel, sand, mud, this bike doesn't just survive it, it thrives in it. But wait, there's one feature that really makes this bike feel futuristic, the riding tech. You get a full-color TFT display that's bright, responsive, and actually useful, not confusing like some other bikes out there. Navigation, ride data, connectivity, it's all there. And yes, you can connect your phone too, because apparently, even in the middle of nowhere, we still need notifications. But don't worry, the real joy here isn't your phone, it's the ride. And speaking of riding, let's talk about how this bike actually feels on the road, because specs are cool, but feeling is everything. The GS feels planted, stable, confident. Whether you're cruising at highway speeds or leaning into corners, it gives you this sense of control that's hard to explain. It doesn't try to be aggressive, it doesn't try to impress you, it just works incredibly well. And that's what makes it special. But here's a question, is it perfect? Not exactly. It's still a premium machine, which means the price tag is not for everyone. And if you're a shorter rider, the seat height might feel a bit intimidating at first. But honestly, once you get used to it, those concerns start to fade away, because what you're getting in return is something very few bikes can offer: versatility. This bike can commute, it can tour, it can go off-road, it can do almost everything, and do it well. And that brings us to the big question. Should you actually buy the 2026 BMW R 1250 GS? If you're looking for a bike that limits you, this is not it. If you want something that adapts to your riding style, grows with your skills, and makes every ride feel like an experience, then yeah, this might just be the one. But hold on, Before you make any decision, there's something you need to see, because there's another bike on this channel that challenges the GS in a very unexpected way, and honestly, it surprised me. So, if you think the BMW R1250 GS is unbeatable, click on the next video on your screen right now. Trust me, you don't want to miss that.